Okay, so we'll be starting our session now. I welcome all participants and respected experts in this AICT FDP. Today is the second day of our FDP, and today also we will be having two expert sessions. So the first expert session, will be taken by Professor Narendra Bhojak. Let me first share a very brief introduction of Professor Narendra Bhojak. Professor Narendra Bhojak is presently professor at the Green Chemistry Research Center, Government Dungar College, Bikaner. Dr. Bhojak, throughout his career, has been a first-class student, and he completed his PhD from Delhi University in the year 1997 under Professor B.S. Garg. He also did his MPhil from Delhi University and MSc from University of Rajasthan. He has published more than 150 research papers. He has authored 8 books and he has 10 patents in his name. He has supervised around 23 PhDs and 26 MPhil dissertations. He is actively involved in academic councils and has delivered more than 80 lectures globally. His research focuses on green chemistry and food and drug analysis. He has developed smart science labs using AR and VR and created NAC and green audit protocols. He also serves as the director of the Bikaner Interdisciplinary Research Consortium. So this was a very brief introduction of our expert, Dr. Narendra Bhojak. Now I invite him to please proceed with the session. Welcome, sir, once again on behalf of RNB Global University and all participants. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, sir. It's my pleasure to present something from our research group in front of your FDP professors and participants. I think my voice is clear.
Yes, sir, it is absolutely clear, sir.
So kindly allow me to share so that I can proceed.
Okay, sir.
I think I should go through entire screen. Okay. I think it's visible. Is it visible?
Yes, sir, it is visible now.
Okay, so I'm starting. If there is any communicative or problems or related with the slideshow, etc., kindly peep me out so that I can rectify. And before I actually start this official presentation, Green Technologies, Innovation and Green Campus, I would like to convey my best wishes in regard to organizers of RNB Global University, especially to Dr. Gajanan Modi, who has invited me for this presentation. I think now it will run on the full screen mode. Yeah, I think it is visible.
Yes,
Okay.
sir, it is visible full screen.
Okay, fine. So as you can visualize that we are interested to discuss on some technological innovations and campus also, because we all are from the academics. So we must concentrate all the innovations first on campus, then on industry, and thereafter society. So what are the green technologies and what are the green innovations that I would like to discuss in next 45 minutes or so. Here you can visualize that we have represented 3 different scenarios. One we have developed during the pandemic corona period, and other was before that, and third one is the smart science laboratory, which we have developed recently in 3-4 years. So for your convenience, I have divided this presentation into 3 portions. One is the introduction. We'll be taking few minutes for that, and most of the time I'll be discussing on the GCRC contribution. And if time permits, I would like to show you some students' activities which are being carried out in our institution. The GCRC contribution is mainly related with chemical science and physical science, which is from our institution. In life science, it is also associated with the other institution as well as with the RNB Global University. So when I'm starting from here, I would like to flow out few questions in front of audience, and I'll be happy to see their answers in the chat box if you can write. So this is one general ordinary question, although it is for students, but you can also try to answer. I hope and wish that you all must be knowing. We all are using LR grade acids in our all laboratories as well as in industries. Particularly the sulfuric acid, nitric acid, hydrochloric acid, etc. And what exactly we are doing, we are just throwing this in our sinks or in the wastewater plants. So question is that how much water is required for complete neutralization of 1 milliliter of this acid, which is being thrown by us without using any neutralizing agent, without using any neutralizing agent. So you can just guess out, and you can write in the chat box if you want to write. Otherwise, I'll be taking answer of this question later on when I'll be almost at the end of this. Before this, after this, I would like to show you this figure. Can you just think what kind of photograph is this? May I request to organizers that actually I'm not on two-way system, so I'm unable to find the chat box at this moment, although I will try. So if you find any specific question, can you just name? Or any specific comment, can you just name? Otherwise, I'll try to peep out in the other system also. So if you just find out that what kind of photograph is this, so you can visualize that it may be the modern art. If I just enlarge it, it will be better, that it will be a different kind of modern art. But now you can find out what exactly is this. Now it's a better version. Now it's another version. Now exactly where I wanted to bring you. With these photographs, I would like to put one question in front of you, or one point of interrogation in front of you. That is, which is most hazardous? A is the Dashaman made up of plastic. B is drugs. C is cigarette. D is, there is some problem.
I request all the participants to mute their microphone. Yes, sir. Now it's okay.
Yes, okay. So this is the question. If you want to answer in chat box, I'll be happy to. What I was asking, that which is most toxic, most hazardous among all these. So now I'm able to find. So far, no one has written any answer, because it's difficult to be on online system, because most of the time people are not interested, and sometimes they are even doing some other work. So far no answer is there. One Shashank Singh ji has written the landfill. Landfill is not in the choice. Question is this one, which is most hazardous? So plastic, yes. Vaishali ji has written the plastic. Any other? Avnesh ji's writing slide is not visible. I think now it is visible. Actually, I have taken it down. So now it is in front of you. So question is that whether it is plastic, drugs, cigarette, tobacco, or wine. Keep in mind, all are toxic and hazardous. So now people have started to write the answer. Plastic waste, plastic, Gajananji, Shashankji, non-biodegradable. This is fantastic. This is fantastic. So most of the participants are writing it plastic. But Gaurav Paniaji has written the drugs as it affects the overall function of the society. Fantastic. Any other? Because that will be making one good choice for us. Okay, let I answer. So I start from here. Uh, I think there is some problem with the slides. Okay. Are these visible now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. They are
Okay.
visible in presentation mode.
Fine, fine, fine. So, fantastic. So most of you have written the answer A, that is plastic. Interesting is that before this, I showed you around 5, 6 slides which are related with the toxicity and hazardicity of the plastic. More interesting is that I was making a trap. So you all felt in that and you answered. Most of you felt in that and you answered it plastic. Interestingly, answer is not the plastic. Even answer is not the drugs. Someone may also be writing, but the let I answer it. Answer is cigarette. Why the cigarette? Because it's two-way. And interesting is that more expensive is the cigarette, more hazardous or more toxic is this. Those are knowing about the properties of cigarette, they must be knowing that why this is considered better than the BD or other. Because you can find here there is a filter which is attached with the cigarette, and that is claimed that this filter is for the filtration of the nicotine or the NOx which are coming out from the smoke of cigarette. But actually what happens, this tip of the cigarette is actually made up of the plastic, and that contains the worst kind of plastic which is having the greater version of plasticizers. I'll be discussing later on what kind of plasticizers are there. So when you are smoking, you are getting the hazards of nicotine as well as the hazards of the toxic plastic. And furthermore, this tip part is also responsible for the choking of various sewage lines, particularly in the metro cities where people are using the smoking or cigarette in the toilets, etc., and then they choke out their commodes. So this is what exactly we want to discuss. The purpose of the green technology, green chemistry, where we should think. Normally, we are being getting trapped in the media perceptions, like I did in the previous 5 to 6 slides. This is the explanation of why the cigarette is more toxic than plastic itself. Again, I repeat that all 5 things are toxic, hazardous. Let me go for other things. So I'm more interested for the green campus and Indian knowledge system learning when we are going for the interesting part of the development of green technologies or innovative technology. So another question is in front of you: which of the following fruit is best for health? Avocado, guava, or this amla or apple? Now I think you are better. In a better position to understand the way of asking our question. So you must be knowing the answer is amla because it's having the ample of different kinds of vitamins as well as minerals. So this is just a question in front of you. But this is third question, which is also related with the technological development, particularly with the green technological development. Which air is most polluted? Those are visiting Delhi soon or later in this month. They must be knowing this is the picture of the ITO bridge and what is the AQI level there is. And this one is the Everest mountain. This is also extremely polluted. This is Mathura refinery and this is our kitchen. Again, I would like to see the comments or answer given by you people or participant. Mount Everest is the most polluted, ITO bridge, Mathura refinery, or our kitchen. This is a conceptual question. Car pollution written by Vaishali ji. Any other? I'm very happy to see that most of the answers given to the previous slide, that is the Amla related, that was absolutely correct. So fantastic, Gajanan ji and Suthar ji. You have written the answer, our kitchen. This is fantastic and correct answer. So we start again from here, that our kitchen is the most toxic place nowadays. Why it is so? Those are knowing little bit chemistry, they must be knowing that in our kitchen flame, Bunsen burner is there, where the flame temperature is above 700 or 750 degrees Celsius, and in the atmosphere, nitrogen and oxygen is there, and that are creating NOx. NOx also contains the nitrous oxide. Nitrous oxide N2O, that was one of the chemical weapon during World War First. So we are talking about the ITO bridge, we are talking about the Mathura refinery, we are also talking about the Mount Everest, but we are forgetting our kitchen where we are producing the NOx chemical weapon of World War First, and we are not using the proper chimneys for that. And interestingly, most of the chimneys available in the market, which are of the lower price, they are either not detectable for the NOx, or detectable, then their regular monitoring is required, their regular cleaning is required. That is the maximum lifespan of 3 months or 4 months approximately. So again, I'm putting another question in front of you. This is also related with the technological or innovational development, which is most hazardous. Those are from the science background, they must be thinking about the radon because it is of the radioactive material. But you must be knowing about the asbestos, that is the false ceiling part. False ceiling is made up of the asbestos, and that already contains certain VOCs as well as radon. So if we are sitting below a false ceiling made up of asbestos, this becomes the more hazardous than our other lead VOCs, even radon. Then it is another question which is also related with the technological advancement. And again, I would like to put in front of you, and I would like that you should answer in the chat box. Pill policy, because it is related, more related with the humanities. And interestingly, this question I took from the Economic Times, not from the scientific literature. Although Economic Times is also the scientific one. The pill policing is required for antibiotics, painkillers, sedatives, narcotics, or contraceptives. So can you please write again answer in the chat box so that we can proceed. Antibiotics, fantastic. Again, antibiotics, Shweta ji, asbestos antibiotic different. Antibiotic, Gajanan ji. Gaurav ji has written the narcotics, then Nidhi ji, narcotics, Sutharji painkiller. So I'm very happy to know that people are more aware here. So answer is antibiotics. Interesting is that why antibiotic and why pill policing is required. The question is not about the uh, harmful effects of the medicines, but it was for the policing, because we are taking antibiotics without prescription and sometimes without requirement. Rather, should I say, most of the times without requirements. I would like to tell you one very interesting narration here. You must be knowing about the curcumin latte. Curcumin latte is one of the famous drink. It's available almost at all international airports, and particularly in the Europe and USA. Where what exactly this curcumin latte is there? It's having the 200 gram milk and just a pinch of the curcumin. Curcumin is the haldi. And by virtue of this, they are making and selling at the cost of $20. It's around 200 milliliter. And they are using it instead of antibiotics. And you must be knowing that without using the modern eye case in our all houses, our grandmothers and even mothers were providing us this haldi milk most of the times. Not always in the winter, but also whenever there is some shredding of the nose, etc. So this is the role of antibiotics, and this is the role of curcumin latte. When we are less aware about the technological advancement and innovations, we are spending a lot of money on antibiotics, and at the same time, we are forgetting the curcumin latte-like materials. At the same time, I would also like to emphasize on the rab, that is made up of the bajri. And that is equally important for the antibiotics part, not only for antibiotic part, but also for the vitamins and minerals part. This question I have deliberately taken again for the interdisciplinary uh, um, technological development, and this is also related with the locational advantage. We are living in the Bikaner division, and you must be knowing all these photographs are coming from the uh, Kalibanga site. Kalibanga site is very important, and this should be associated with environmental studies, not only with the archaeological environment, but also for the ecological environment, also with the economics environment, but also related with the agriculture environment, also related with the physics and chemistry environment. So when we are discussing how to develop the technological part, we must be aware with the syllabus, curriculum, and studies which is being performed by us. This is another question where the technological perception should be there. What characteristics of freon make it suitable material for ozone depletion? Almost in all branches of the humanities and science, we are discussing about the ozone depletion, and we are also saying that it is due to the freon material which is used in the refrigeration in refrigerators as well as in ACs. So that is responsible for the ozone depletion. The question is that, or technological advancement is that, we should understand when we are knowing, when we are going to develop the green technology, why the freon was used. Is it for the high reactivity, or for long decomposition period, or high toxicity, or high volatility? Interestingly, many people answer is that it's highly reactive, which is wrong. Actually, freon was used because of its highly unreactive nature. Interestingly, when 50 years before it was used, it was considered that because it will not damage to our environment or atmosphere, but they were not knowing that it is lighter. So when will be after 50 years, when it will be reaching to the stratosphere, in stratosphere, because of long decomposition time, it will be reaching around in 45 to 50 years at the stratosphere, and then it will make the chlorine free radical that is responsible for the ozone depletion. So whatever freon is being used today will become toxic, hazardous, and dangerous after 45 to 50 years. Such kind of advancement we should know when we are going for the technological part. I'm not going to test your knowledge, or I'm not going to discuss the uh, question metric format, but I'm just trying to put few interesting facts in front of you with respect to questions like this. This is very interesting question. Read it carefully and try to answer in the chat box. Which of the following has maximum energy? Salad, unsprouted material, or sprouted one? Which of the following has maximum energy? Because when we are saying for the technological advancement, we should think on these aspects also. Can you please write in the chat box? Sprouted, Gauravji has written. Shailenderji has written the unsprouted. Vaishali has written the salad. Unsprouted, Gajananji has written. Satyamji written sprouted. Sutharji again written the sprouted. So those are actually watching. They are close by the answer. Interestingly, Gajananji and Shailenderji have written the correct answer. So answer is that unsprouted material. It's very interesting to know that how unsprouted is having the maximum energy. When everyone is saying that we should eat the sprouted, and we are enforcing our kids to take the sprouted when even when they are not liking the sprouted one. See that when the process of sprouting takes place, those are from the agriculture side, they must be knowing that in this process there is the conversion of fats or carbohydrates into the proteins. So sprouted is having the enriched in protein. It's having the more protein, but energy wise, unsprouted is more significant. So when there is a need of more energy, or for the kids, unsprouted is more, or unsprouted is better source than the sprouted. This is why the question or technological part was more important. This is why the bajra rahab is more important than the sprouted material. This is not a question. This is just for your information that our group is working on the technological advancement, and recently we have worked on the viewpoint manipulations, virtual reality, augmented reality. This is a complete lecture. We'll be discussing later on somewhere else, but it was just for your information. Now, when we are saying we want to develop the technology, so we must know what kind of challenges are with us and what are their solutions. So if I just try to find out what kind of challenges are in front of you or in front of us, these are the top 10 challenges where our group or all academic groups should work, and they can easily work. Particularly, I am discussing about the human values where all branches, whether it's humanities, commerce, law, or science and technology, because you must be knowing that in this era, there is a extreme decrease in the human values or human thinking. But at the same time, when we are interested to find the top 10 areas related with social science and humanities, so that I have put it in front of you. You all must be knowing it, but I would like to emphasize on these two. However, you have recently, even yesterday and today, you must have focused on the international terrorism. But nowadays, reincarnation and out of life experiences are there. A compulsory UG paper has been started at IIT Ropar, and second is Indian knowledge system. Fortunately, I have been associated with RNB Global University. So, whosoever authorities are there, Gajanandi and Sailenderji, I would request you to start at least one small few credit or 2-3 credit course on IKS as well as on reincarnation and out of life experiences, because in the recent past, there is some work being carried out on technological part also, and the people are working on this. That also involve the black life materials. At the same time, because I am from the chemical science background, so I would like to emphasize on top 10 areas in science and technology. I am also emphasizing on these two, that is the chemiluminescence and target protein degradation, because our research group is working on these 10. But on 11th, I would like to emphasize this we have recently completed, and we have we have received a fourth patent on this. That is the 11th one, that is the biosensitization. The girl recently has completed PhD on related topic. Now, when we are talking about the technological advancement from the campus, so we should know what are the components of the green campus. Although it's entirely, completely different topic for narration, but I'm going to emphasize on 2-3 aspects where we should emphasize for the technological development, and which I am going to show you later in this presentation itself. One of the major component of green campus is the rainwater harvesting and utilization tank for wastewater from chemistry, geology, botany, microbiology, biotechnology laboratories. At the same time, our offices must work on the e-waste management and hazardous waste management. Fire and safety, you must have realized recently, this is the most ignored part in the planning and management of the town as well as the campus itself. How the fire and safety plan should be there. I have not seen a proper safety plan in any of the office of at least Bikaner. Then we should also concentrate on the wealth from waste. We should also concentrate on this aspect, that is the green curriculum. How the curriculum can be green and how can it be related with the Indian knowledge system. Then the 17th, which I would like to emphasize, that the DG set air pollution, and 19th green building concept, and 20th reports on biodiversity. That is not only related with the innovation and technological advancement, but it also a very good learning outcome project for the students. That is the creation of the flora, fauna, and chemicals in on your campus, how these can be utilized and how these can be converted from waste to wealth development. So the solutions related with the education, learning and practicing. So DG set air pollution and other things can be there. So when we are talking about the green chemical innovations and green chemical technology, so first part is the prevention. This is somewhat related with the Bloom's taxonomy, but in the inverted prism. So if we prevent the toxic materials like tobacco, like nicotine, then it's the best thing. If we cannot prevent, then we should go for the reuse and recovery, and finally we should go for the disposal, because disposal is very dangerous. Keeping the facts in mind, we have created lot of work. We have completed lot of work on this. So since it is a mixed timing FDP, so I'll be taking next 25 to 30 minutes to show some of the technical aspects of the different studies being carried out by the Green Chemistry Research Center. In just one slide, if I want to emphasize, for non-technical contributions, we have in our institution BIRC, that is the Bikaner Interdisciplinary Research Consortium. For that, we can collaborate to any institution, and that is collaboration as well as MLU part, MOU part. And then Kalam Learning Center, learning by doing projects. Green Chemistry Network Center, Delhi, associated with this. And tomorrow itself, we are having one board of director meeting of GCNC, Delhi, and Royal Society of Chemistry, London itself at Delhi. With respect to this, we have prepared around 20 science films, out of which many has been awarded at different times. And recently, we have also started the process of green auditing, where we have completed for 30 colleges and 7 universities. And being in the government institution, we are providing this or extending this facilities almost free of cost. Then technical contribution, we are having at present more than 14 patents as well as 43 good impact factor papers instead of different awards. So coming to this point of first example of green technological advancement, from where I actually started, that plastic need is well aware to you and hazards are also well aware to you. If you are the from the environmental science or from the social science, then I ask to you, what are the major problems of the plastic? Then one of you has already written, that is the management. Garbage management is biggest problem related with the plastic management worldwide. But when I'm asking to the agriculture person or for the biologist, then the biodegradability is the major problem. But if the same question I ask to the chemical technologist or chemistry person, they will say that the problem is related with the plasticizers. Plastic is toxic, hazardous, but its hazards are related with the biodegradability or with the management problem, which is related with the humanities persons, management person, or with the biology person. But for chemistry point of view, if we are converting any plastic material like bakelite, like urea formaldehyde resin, like phenol formaldehyde resin, then in order to make it in proper shape, we require plasticizers like this bisphenol A. Bisphenol A is highly toxic. It's carcinogenic. Hazards of bisphenol A, if I would like to emphasize, then you can find so many. DNA methylation, neuroblastoma is there, which is a big part for the different kinds of cancers. So, BPA, that is bisphenol A, is more dangerous when it is used at elevated temperature. If you are using in the children bottle above 50 degrees Celsius, hot milk is added, then BPA is going inside from the plastic itself. So instead of nurturing with the milk, we are providing the BPA to the kids. Or even in the hot tiffin boxes, hot lunch boxes, and shining types of tea or coffee glasses, such problems are there. You must have heard nowadays BPA free plastic is also coming. But again, what are the replacements for the BPA free plastics? Either these are phthalates, vinyl chloride, dioxin, or polystyrene, which are found in the shining type of um, cups, etc. All these are interestingly more toxic, more hazardous. So, till that, you have learned three things about the plastic. One is related with the garbage management, other is related with the biodegradability, and third is related with the chemical persons, that is the plasticizers toxicity. But as a green chemistry person, for us, all these three are the negligible. Though these are very important, very interesting, but other fourth which I would like to emphasize in front of you as a green chemical technology person or green chemistry person is more vulnerable. In any of the technology, any of the developing technology or developed technology, commonly used solvents in the industry or in the research lab are these are even not only in the plastic industry, but also in the flax industry, also in the computer industry, solar panel industry. These solvents, which are commonly used, acetone, ethyl alcohol, ethyl acetate, these are being used. Here, I would like to explain you with this one of my favorite slide, why I'm emphasizing on this. Industrial units claims that they are using alcoholic solvents or acetonic solvents and not using the chlorinated solvents, which are toxic. And again, they are claiming that if chlorinated they are using, they are being recycled. How are they telling us lie? Say in our laboratory, here I am using some ethyl alcohol or acetone or even ethyl acetate, or industry is using, then part of this is being evaporated. 30% alcohol loss is there, or solvent loss is there, and that alcohol is going or acetone is going in the atmosphere, and with a clouding process after showering that with water, these particles of ethyl acetate, ethyl alcohol or acetone also coming with the shower, and from here actual problem starts. The particles of this acetone or ethyl alcohol are coming in the underground water or in the surface water, and that water goes to the PWD water work supply centers where actual process starts. You must be knowing that at PWD water supply centers, what happens? We are providing the bleaching powder tablets or chlorine tablets. Why this chlorine tablets is provided? Is having the bleaching action, is insecticides, is killing the bacteria and fungi which is available in the surface water or the normal water, which is to be supplied through the PWD water tanks. But at the same time, you are knowing now the nearby area where ethyl alcohol industries are there. Ethyl alcohol is traces is also in the surface water or in the PWD water. Then chlorine comes here in the little alkaline atmosphere. This acetone converts into first monochloroacetone, dichloroacetone, trichloroacetone, and finally into the chloroform. Those are from the science background. They must be knowing in the 12th class chemistry, famous haloform reaction takes place here. So what exactly happening? Our industrial units which were claiming that they are not using the toxic chlorinated solvents, knowingly or unknowingly providing our waterworks supply centers chloroform. So the water coming at our houses nearby these industries is having the traces of chloroform. Interestingly, no RO can separate it. Separation is far aparted. Even we cannot testify it or quantify it. So occasionally this becomes more toxic and dangerous. So when we are talking about the plastic problems, we are not addressing such type of actual problems. So here I have tried to emphasize on all the problems related with the plastic for the better, effective, innovative, and the green technological solution. First is related with the garbage management for social scientists and environmentalists. Second is related with the biodegradability biologists. Third is related with the toxicity chemists. And for green chemists, it is related with induced or delayed toxicity, which understood after few years and sometimes after few decades. So what are the effective solutions? Interesting is that when we are talking about the green chemistry or green chemical technology, our purpose is not to highlight such problems for which we are not having the potential solutions. Alternatively, I would like to say that we will emphasize only on those or addressing only on those problems for which we are having at least some kind of solution. So in next 5 or 6 minutes, I would like to tell you what remedies or what solutions we have quantified for the plastic industry. Although it is in the infancy, but after few months, few years, maybe 1 decade, it will be in front of you. So we have emphasized on our plants, a desert plant particularly. You can find here we are discussing on the Calotropis procera like materials. Although in this case we have taken Leptadenia pyrotechnica and using the technique of green extraction. When we are taking any plant and we want to delignify it, so nanoscale extraction is not possible and the micellization technique is not so visible. Those are from the non-chemistry background. They may not be knowing the types of surfactant. In first slide, I would like to explain you that surfactants are normal detergents. Normal detergents. They are having a hydrophilic head and hydrophobic tail. If we want to micellize or if we want to solubilize water and oil, this is not possible. Even if we apply rigorous mechanical condition, it forms only emulsions. A complete solution is not possible. But even then, if you want to mix it, oil in water or water in oil, just add the surfactant, a particular surfactant in it. In the previous slide, I showed you that there are three types of surfactants. One is the cationic, anionic, and the neutral one. So we can add any one here. So after this, there is the formation of micelles. Oil in water, there is the formation of normal micelles. In water in oil, there is the formation of reverse micelles. You can further visualize here. In the micelles, hydrophobic head is toward the bulk, say in water. In reverse micelle, hydrophobic tail is in front of the bulk, that is the oil. So the particles of the impurity or the oil-like material that will be embedded in the righter one and the left one, it will be towards the bulb. So what happens? We first of all we identify different kinds of micelles, and then because we wanted to remove the lignin in order to get the better structural cellulose, to get the good composites or good fibers, so we selected the rod-shaped micelles using Triton X100, which is a neutral one. So perform the process of the extraction. I'll show you in next of the slide how it looks. And ultimately, rod shape micelle, we started with the 30 different kinds of micelles, and rod shape was performing the best quality. At the same time, when we were playing with the different kinds of micelles, additionally, we got the one extraction technique, which emphasizes on for the nanoscale extraction. We could able to get 6-methoxy 7,8,4 trihydroxy isoflavone from the Calotropis procera as an side product, and that is having the anti-helminthic property. So instead of getting only cellulose fiber, we are also getting the isoflavonoid materials. Isoflavonoids, you can find that only the structural isomers are there, and they are having the better medicinal activities. So we could able to get different kinds of flavonoids as well as isoflavonoids. I'm not going to discuss it here. I'm just going to explain you how the delignification takes place. These are the real-time photographs of this, and this is the mechanism from where you can understand what exactly has happened with respect to the rod-shaped micelles. Rod-shaped micelles has, you can find here, delignification takes place. So due to this delignification, ultimately we are getting the cellulose fiber. I think this has become more technical for all of the persons. I don't know you are from which background, but even then I have tried to summarize it with little part. So now the technical aspect, I'm leaving it here. I'm just telling you that by using this fiber, which we prepared from here, we also got the nanoscale particles by using the delayed extraction procedure, and we could able to get such type of green plastic. It is having 28 to 32% either Calotropis procera or Leptadenia pyrotechnica. So it is having solution of 28 to 32% biodegradability and without using the alcoholic solvents. At present, we are having only to 32%. If we receive above 50%, we will be in a better patentable position. But the same material, if we use from the like Joe, maize, or even Parali type, then the commercial examples can be prepared. After some time, you will find that instead of water bottles, you will be getting some water balls. So drink from there, drink water from there and eat as a sweetener. And such type of materials are even available. Even plates are there which can be eaten after taking a dal chawal from there. So such commercial examples are already there. Uh, uh, I just want to know that Gajanan ji or Shailendra ji, are people getting bored because I have taken too much technical part here?
No,
So
no,
shall
sir.
I?
It is wonderful presentation, sir. Everybody is
Okay,
enjoying it. Please continue.
okay, then I can continue. Otherwise,
No, sir.
I
Please
can stop
continue.
it
Please
here.
continue.
Okay. Fine. Because now I would like to show you some real-time achievements which were started in 2005 and then 2017. This is the green plastic which we could able to get as the patentable material with Professor Ravindra Mangal. I think Ravindra Mangal has also served sometimes at your institution, RNB Global. And that was in the Edu Excellence 2017. We presented it at Jaipur and we got the first prize for the same. But more interestingly, we could able to get one good quality utility patent from this, although it has been published so far. But we are developing the technique as the design one also. More interesting, which I wanted to tell you as the technological person, uh, the concept of learning by doing was designed here. Here you can identify those are the good visualizing experiences. They can identify one person is Prakash Javadekar, other is Kiran Maheshwari, and one is I, and one is Professor Ravindra Mangal. One person was in protocol of Professor Prakash Javadekar ji, and they instructed me to take photograph from other side. I think someone has written about the identification of this person in the chat box. I just would like to tell you. This was 2017. No one was knowing. They were in the protocol of Prakash Javadekar, and actually they brought Prakash Javadekar in our 2017 Edu Excellence slide, the stall. There they visited and they appreciated, and ultimately we got the first prize for that from that time CM. You can find Ravindra Mangal and I was receiving the first prize, and Ravindra Mangal sir was getting the second prize for the same. The concept of Bikaner Interdisciplinary Research Consortium, I would like to put in front of you as the green chemical technology part. We initiated this concept in 2005 after the government permission, and we confirmed it into best practice of the government Dugar College, which was appreciated all three times by the NEC team in 2008, then 14, and then also in 21. There, what we did, actually, we are taking like sun, we are taking one topic, and then all 25 departments are discussing their views on that sun so that we can perform different kinds of innovation. And that idea was well appreciated by the NEC team as well as all other. So we got a lot of awards on that. And this I would like to emphasize in 2017 in Tirupati, Dr. Kanika Solanki was awarded third prize for this in Indian Science Congress at Trichy. This is the Telugu newspaper cutting, the middle one. This is one of the most interesting feature of technological development. I think if we can do something together, with respect to R&B Global, somewhere you and our institution. This is one of the fantastic part where we can provide local support, locational advantage, and also the purification part. We have almost developed it, and this is one good water purifier. Is costing just 100 to 150 rupees, and it is providing the candle based water purifier as well as coolant. This was the point from where I started. I put it one question in front of you, that is the water neutralization plant. So for that, our institution designed the first ever wastewater neutralization plant. Actually, it was designed by these five students: Abdul Shahid, Karishma Sankla, and few others. This is the three-dimensional model of our research laboratory in front of you. And then we prepared one science movie on this, and that was Saviors of Water, and that was the unique for us. That is the technological advancement part, and it was awarded first prize in the India International Science Film Festival at Kolkata in 2019. It was Dr. Harshvardhan at that time, the Science and Technology Central Minister. The same we did with the ASD and Camel Milk, and that lady Christina was our one of the collaborator. Then we converted the waste from wealth concept, conversion of the waste plastic into the different sites in our institution itself, and also the use of different plants for the like this croton into the preparation of green sanitizers. This is also the part. This is the curriculum latte on which we worked, and this is one of the collaborator. We also performed some locational advantage with Professor R.K. Sharma sir. R.K. Sharma sir has also visited R&D Global University as keynote speaker in somewhere 2018 or 19. And we have recently published one book in on green chemistry, and this is Professor John C. Warner. John C. Warner is next to the Professor Paul T. Asness in the green chemistry part. And due to Professor John Gordon, I could able to work some on the food and drug analysis. This was the topic which I think Professor was discussing in my introduction. We have recently developed the augmented and virtual reality laboratory in our institution, and getting good papers, particularly in the chemistry education. You can also collaborate with us in any of the field, because it's having the broad applications in almost all fields. What exactly happens? Why we are developing the technological part? I can show you more than 10 more technological parts. Each will carry minimum 30 minutes or so to show you that what we did. We got this patent, we got that good paper, we got this book. But when we are discussing about the learning outcome, is it useful for the students? Is it good for the academic development? It is good for the institutional part. So yes, conversion of this excited us to transform education into the tetrahedral education part, which we initiated from our institution. And you may be happy to know that the MSc semester second student last year, we motivated them to write the handwritten pages. They completed their project not on the computer. They use the computer, they design the experiments on computer, but ultimately they prepared handwritten. So 20 students prepared 5,142 handwritten pages, and that is for the Indian knowledge, that is related with the Indian knowledge system and institutional preparedness for NEP 2020. If we are using the technology, technology should be for the betterment of the learning outcome. So what kind of conclusions we can draw here? That institutional development plan should be technological part. It should be related with the green campus. It should be related with the green chemical technology and other green technologies. And it must be related with the waste management at college or university campus. It should provide magnitude of waste generation, present management techniques and methods that can be employed to tackle the problems. And this is the circular dynamic part, that is for all classes and subjects, awareness part, and this must be related with the Indian knowledge system. So green audit part, I'm leaving it because that is another part. But on campus emphasis, when we are talking about the green campus, we should have the five components. What is the electricity, water, footfall? Footfall will cover all the things. Waste management, it will also cover all the things. Then innovations. Then intellectual innovation will lead for the intellectual property right. Recently, when we are getting good substantial amount of the patent, and most of the patent of us are filed by us. We have not taken help of any other person, or we have not outsourced, and few of the patents are single author patents also. Then we were also designing the this was the international workshop and symposium on green chemical technology. Eight speakers were there from different countries, including the Professor John C. Warner. And finally, if someone asks that, is there any scope of interdisciplinary research or interfaculty research or collaboration, I request you organizers to share this mail ID or my WhatsApp number for collaboration. We can collaborate for augmented and virtual reality, as well as with respect to Green Chemistry Network Center Delhi. I am also one of the lead member for the GCNC Delhi. You can also participate for that. These are the few cuttings where we are providing some expertise part for the smart science laboratory. And this is interesting that we have also converted some materials innovatively for the food and drug. This was one of the poster which was presented by one of the student, and this was also taken as the startup material, where this aloe vera has been used for the preparation of milk cake, jalebi, rabdi, pancake, laddu, and also the different kinds of namkeen. Finally, we have also prepared one NAC manual in two different parts for the colleges as well as for the universities. And this I have already told you. After sun, we have converted it into the water. For water, there were so many persons, and that was also very nice. Now we are thinking for one chemical technology to convert it into the Ram Rasayan part. Ultimately, the advantage is that we are getting 3 times consecutively A grade by NEC, and our students are being benefited from this. Personally, we are also getting very good quality papers. Recently, we have got good quality papers in current research in green and sustainable chemistry, and also in the augmented reality part. Finally, I would like to convey my best wishes and regard to my all supervisors, Professor B.S. Garg, A.C. Jain, R.K. Sharma, and collaborators. That is S.K. Bishnoi, B.C. Das, and Elan Sharma. We are getting almost free of cost all facilities and all kinds of supports, and definitely to BRNS for funding and research students. This is the last slide where after this session will be open for questions, but this is the step where we are really in need of collaboration, and we want to develop some green technological advancements for the augmented and virtual reality. If sometimes we get a chance, we would like to deliver one complete set on AR, VR. And also, you can also visit our laboratory in any working days, preferably Monday, Tuesday, because Monday, Tuesday, my lab is there, so I'm totally free there. We can find. Thank you very much. Professor Gajananji, Shailenderji, providing me this opportunity. And if there is any question, doubt, I would be happy to answer. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your this very insightful and interesting session. And certainly, sir, RNB Global University will be contacting you, will be in touch with you to work on the expertise which you have. And that is not only, beneficial from academic point of view, but also it is of great societal value. And just, the floor is open for questions. Any
Yes.
participant can now ask a question if they wish to. But
Sure, sure.
only I would like to share that the model which you showed of a portable water purifier, that is really very interesting. I personally, many times I ask in my class that how many students are using earthen pots at their houses. So out
Yes.
of the students, more than 60% are now replying that, they have replaced earthen pots with water purifiers. And
Yes.
you must be knowing that every water purifier in a year, it is, what we say, that the waste from water purifier, not only the water, but three or four candles that are made up of plastic. So six, seven candles per house, that is simply a waste, plastic waste.
Yes.
And moreover, in Bikaner, we are getting water from Indira Gandhi Canal project. So there is no question of whether TDS is very high or not, because that is very much potable water. Then why do we
Yes.
need, these water purifiers? The only thing is that the sand or the silt should be cleared. And that can be very well cleared with help of our traditional techniques. And moreover, at one point of time, one technician, he came from Eureka Forbes. He told me that, sir, इसमें तो charcoal होता है जिससे क्या पानी साफ होता है. So charcoal is not that, big. Charcoal has always been used in our traditional system to purify things. Even, in rural areas, people use charcoal as a substitute of toothpaste or tooth powder, that charcoal powder. So we are moving away from these things. So certainly, if that pattern can be worked upon, we can work. And one thing is, sir, that since I am from marketing subject, student of marketing, I'm taking marketing management at RNB Global University. So if we can make these models of water purifiers available to the local potters, that can make a, good appeal to the people who will be purchasing it. Because earthen pots are generally sold on roadsides only. So if we can make it possible that those earthen pots are displayed by the potters, that very same purifier, I think it will have a appeal, and we might also find a market, because ultimately the product has to be made marketable. Then only some economic benefit will be there. And without economic benefit, we can't move with an idea for a longer period of time. So this is my submission.
Yes.
And
Fantastic, Shalendarji. I would like to add two things in your narration. First is that after a long time, I have heard any person who is really interested in this. Interesting is that this was selected by the Google Science Fair, the part. And I have not shown you the complete technology. If I wanted to show you complete technology, it will take another 30 minutes or so. But I would just like, because you have pointed out, I should tell you that the candles are having plastic, but they are also having the geolites. They are also having the aluminum part. So when we are using the candles in water purifiers, that is of the geolite or permutate, which are also having the aluminum silicate. So we are also taking the traces of aluminum, which is much more toxic. We should not use the pressure cooker because that is also having the aluminum. So instead of using that, we are leaving so in this particular model, we have used only the sand, and that is the quartz sand, which is the sand available in our Kolayatu district. Since you are from marketing, so you must be knowing that the quartz available in Gajner Kolayat region is being sold to the Alwar Alwar glass industry, and that is costing around just 80 paisa per kg. and the glass of Lancet or like this is around 500 rupees, 1000 rupees, 2000 rupees for just 10 gram or so, 20 gram or so. So marketing is essential, no doubt, but that should be with the collaboration. We are just doing the simple experiments in laboratory, or little bit we are converting into the patentable part, not more than that. So if you just visit our lab, we can explain you what exactly can be done, and if you can collaborate, we can prepare in the bulk itself.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir. And certainly we will be visiting the lab, and of course I'll be coming with my marketing student. So at least we can
Okay.
share a draft plan. Whether it
Yeah.
will be workable or not, we will see it in future. But at least we can collaborate. Collaboration is always helpful and fruitful.
At least
So,
academically it is
yes,
good.
sir. Yes,
Academically
sir.
it is always good.
Yes, sir. Certainly we can prepare a draft plan,
Yeah.
a feasible plan, and we
Fine,
will work upon it.
fine,
Uh,
fine.
if anybody else want to ask anything.
Sir, actually, one of the farmer asked me that right now there is a solar plates. So it will be increase the pollution or it not be increase, sir? So
Solar
today I
plates.
visit. Yes, sir. Today I visit a farmhouse. Then a farmer asked me that there is a rumors that if you will install the solar system, now it will increase the pollution.
देखिए, फार्मर से जब हम बात करें ना, तो हमारा एक थोड़ा सा अप्रोच डिफरेंट होना चाहिए। पॉल्यूशन तो होता है, ये तो सच है, इसमें तो गलत नहीं है, लेकिन व्हाट काइंड ऑफ पॉल्यूशन? पॉल्यूशन से ज्यादा सिग्निफिकेंट है एनर्जी। अगर आपके पास में कोई और एनर्जी है, खास करके इफ यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट द नॉन रिन्यूएबल एनर्जी, तो उसके कंपैरिजन में तो वो पॉल्यूशन सहा जा सकता है। बट व्हाट काइंड ऑफ पॉल्यूशन इज दिस? पॉल्यूशन अगर आप घर की छत के ऊपर लगाते हैं तो देन देयर इज नो पॉल्यूशन। अगर आपने 1000 पेड़ों को काट करके वहां पे सोलर प्लांट लगाया, तब तो वो माना जा सकता है। तो अब जैसे मार्केटिंग में शैलेंद्र जी बात कर रहे हैं या आप बात कर रहे हैं, अगर हम एक ऐसा प्लान चॉकआउट करें, उनको ये बताएं कि हमारी जो कैनाल है, वी शुड फ्लो, वी शुड प्लेस आवर सोलर पैनल्स देयर ऑन द रूट इटसेल्फ, या हाईवेज के ऊपर सिर्फ बना दे वहां पे, तो देयर इज नो लॉस। पॉल्यूशन तो है, लेकिन कौन सा पॉल्यूशन है? रूमर भी बहुत सारे हैं, लेकिन पॉल्यूशन कम करने के लिए क्या तरीके हैं? यही ग्रीन इनोवेशन है। देखिए, एक तो चीज क्लियरिटी के साथ में है कि ये रिन्यूएबल सोर्स ऑफ एनर्जी तो है, तो इससे बेटर सोर्स तो होगा नहीं। ये न्यूक्लियर से तो बेटर ही है, ये आपके फॉसिल फ्यूल से तो हजारों लाखों गुना बेटर है। तो हमें सिर्फ जो टेक्नोलॉजिकल पार्ट देखना है, वो यही देखना है, क्या हम इसमें लिथियम को रिप्लेस कर सकते हैं क्या? अगर लिथियम को रिप्लेस नहीं कर सकते तो हम इसको कौन सी जगह पर यूज करें, वो कर सकते हैं क्या, वो हमें बताना है। तो फार्मर को तो अभी हमें सिर्फ इतना सा ही कहना है कि आप अगर पूरे खेत में इसको लगा देंगे तब तो पॉल्यूटेबल है, और नहीं है तो अलग चीज है। अब जैसे किसी ने ये लिख ही दिया टेम्परेचर राइज हो रहा है, अब टेम्परेचर राइज उसी लोकलाइज एरिया में होगा, निश्चित रूप से टेम्परेचर राइज होगा तो वहां का फोना चेंज होगा, वहां का फ्लोरा भी चेंज होगा, हमें उसी को एड्रेस करना है। अगर हम उसको एड्रेस कर लेते हैं तो वो पॉल्यूशन की प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, अगेन वो मैनेजमेंट की प्रॉब्लम है। आधी से ज्यादा चीजों में तो मैनेजमेंट अगर हम सही कर दें तो बहुत सारी चीजें सॉल्व हो जाएंगी सोलर से रिलेटेड में। दिस इज माय ओपिनियन अगेन।
Yes, sir. Certainly, sir. As we have seen, ऐसे एग्जांपल्स हैं कि गुजरात में जो नर्मदा कैनाल है, उसके ऊपर उन्होंने सोलर प्लेट्स लगाए, ताकि उससे क्या है कि सिल्ट की प्रॉब्लम भी सॉल्व हो रही है, वाटर इवापोरेशन भी कुछ हद तक कंट्रोल किया जा सकता है। तो सर्टेनली ये सब तो है ही सर।
यहाँ जो सर मैं बता रहा हूँ, जो अवर कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ बीकानेर इंटरडिसिप्लिनरी रिसर्च कंजोर्टियम, उसमें यही चीज है। हमने अभी तक क्या किया कि मैं केमिस्ट्री का व्यक्ति हूँ, तो मैं जोलॉजी वाले से भी मुश्किल से बात करूंगा, मैक्सिमम जोलॉजी वाले से कर लूंगा। मैंने हमारे हिस्ट्री के लोगों को, मैनेजमेंट के लोगों को, हिंदी के लोगों को, उनसे बात ही नहीं की। उनसे किसी भी चीज पे अगर बात की होती तो उनके ओपिनियन साथ में आते, तो हम एक बेटर मॉड्यूल, बेटर मॉडल, बेटर इनोवेटिव अप्रोच लेकर के जाते सॉल्यूशन के लिए, और ये इंडियन नॉलेज सिस्टम का पार्ट था। मैं इसको रिलेट करता हूँ आयुर्वेदिक सिस्टम ऑफ मेडिसिन से, दो आई एम नॉट इन मच फेवर ऑफ दैट, बट इवन देन दे आर हैविंग द इंक्लूसिविटी। तो जब हम टेक्नोलॉजिकल इनोवेशंस की बात करें, खास करके ग्रीन टेक्नोलॉजिकल का, तो देयर शुड बी द पर्सन फ्रॉम ऑल स्ट्रीम्स, सो दैट देयर शुड बी, if not expertise, then at least the critical aspect should be covered.
Thank you so much, sir. Any other question?
If there is no question, I would like to leave it. Today, I will have to leave to Delhi. Gajanan ji, thank you very much. Shailendra ji, thank you very much. May I
Thank
leave?
you.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, till Dr. Deepali Gupta ma'am will come, I just want to share 2 to 3 things. That one is feedback form, feedback and attendance form will be shared in chat box soon. Second thing, all the students have to fill the feedback form in Atal website also. They have to appear in examination question, we can say MCQ examination, which will be organized on 6 p.m. of 15th November. Okay, on the Atal website. Third thing is you have to also fill the revoke form, which also on published on the your portal, Atal portal. Dipali. Shailendra sir?
Yes, Gajanan sir, I think there is some problem with my internet connection. It will be resolved in 5-10 minutes. And meanwhile, if Dr. Dipali joins, so please, would you be comfortable in starting the session? So I'll be joining it later on, right? After 5-10 minutes.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, no problems.
Okay.
Professor Dipali Gupta ma'am has came. Ma'am, can you listen? Ma'am?
Yes, you are audible.
Ma'am, can we start, ma'am? Shall we start, ma'am?
Yeah, we can start.
Okay. Okay, today session will be
So our next session, expert session in this FDP will be taken by Professor Dipali Gupta. And Dr. Dipali Gupta is from the field of biotechnology. She has an experience, a very rich experience of more than 25-30 years in teaching. She has been former registrar at RNB Global University, very keenly involved in biotechnology and tissue culture research. Yesterday also she delivered a wonderful lecture. And now I request Dr. Dipali Gupta to please start with her session.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for inviting me. And now I'm going to start my presentation. Let me share. Is it visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's start the today's session, and its title is Circular Economy and Waste Management. The circular economy and waste management are synonyms to each other because the circular economy works on the principle of zero waste generation. Not only does it focus on zero waste generation, but it also utilizes the waste products of other industries as well as raw material, thereby reducing the amount of garbage which was intended to be dumped in the landfills and water bodies. And this is the overall gist of the concept. For most of the industrial models, the dominant model has been the linear one, that is, take, make, and dispose. But the circular economy doesn't follow it. Instead of it designing products to become waste, circular economy keeps materials and products in use for as long as possible through various strategies like designing, reuse, repair, remanufacturing, and recycling. And it seeks to regenerate natural systems rather than to degrade them. So in this session, we are going to discuss on the different aspects of the circular economy, its principles, its strategies, policies, and some successful stories as well. Now, first come to the understanding the fundamentals of circular economy. And as it has been defined by the experts, the circular economy is an alternative economic model aimed at minimizing waste and encouraging the continual use of resources. Because this is adoption of circular economy is not a fashion, it is the urgency of today's scenario. Ultimately, all kinds of traditional models have to be shifted towards circular economy to make our lives or this planet sustainable. Adopting a circular economy can significantly reduce environmental impacts and promote sustainable development across industries. But why this urgency is there? This data I have presented yesterday also, that how scary or how threatening this data is, that global municipal solid waste, that is MSW, in 2018, it has been estimated that MSW is generating worldwide at the speed of 2.01 billion tons annually. And action is not being taken, then it could rise to about 3.4 billion tons by 2050. So the action is required. Another type of waste is the electronic waste, or which we call it as e-waste. And the global e-waste monitor reported a record of 62 million tons of e-waste in 2022. That is equal to about 7.8 kg per person on an average, but only 22.3% of it is recycled. So rest is being going to the landfills. And another very, very hazardous waste is the plastic waste. And global plastic waste generation has grown more than 7-fold in the past 4 decades. And it has reached to 360 million metric tons per year. And if action will not be taken, then there is a forecast that it would be doubled by 2040. So this data is quite big, and it demands that urgent action should be taken to resolve the problem of this huge amount of garbage. Here, circular economy works. Now, the key principles or key driving force for the circular economy are: number one, designing for durability and longevity. What does it mean? That we have to produce, all the industries have to design their products in such a way that they should last longer. and they should be repairable, they should be reusable, they should be recyclable. Because during the past few decades, we all have developed the habit of buy, use, and dispose. As happens in case of, if we take the very simple example of the ballpoint pen. If you recall, when we were children, we used to use the fountain pen in which ink is filled, and that lasts for several years. Many years take the use of a single pen. But nowadays, what is there? There are pens, ballpoint pens are there, and that too disposable ballpoint pens are there in use. That are only, we have to purchase them, we have to use them, and then we have to dispose them. And what type of threat they are generating? Imagine just simple ballpoint pen. It has been estimated that per year we are generating 50 million ballpoint pen into the landfills. जो 50 मिलियन बॉल पॉइंट पेन्स जो है लैंडफिल में एनुअल बेसिस पर जा रहे हैं. सो दिस इज अ क्वाइट लार्ज डेटा. एंड व्हाई दिस इज वेरी वेरी स्कैरी? बिकॉज इट इज नॉट why these ballpoint pens are not being recycled. Why they are going to the landfills directly? Because it is not easy to recycle any ballpoint pen, because a single pen is made up of different kinds of material. It has two kinds of metals. The metal which is in its cap is different. The metal that is there in its point is different. It has three types of plastics. The plastic that is in outer body, the plastic that is in its refill, and it has a rubber component also sometimes for making a proper grip. So to separate all these parts of the ballpoint pen so that all these can be recycled separately in a proper way is quite difficult, and it is quite tedious. That's why all these ballpoint pen go as it is into the landfills, and ultimately what happens? They got broken over the time, and they are converted into the microplastic, and ultimately we are going to consume it later on in the form of the microplastic that is too hazardous for not only for the human beings but also for the animals. And when it goes to the water body, then marine animals also consume that microplastic. So it is very, very hazardous. So first principle is that the design for durability and longevity. Second is the embracing resource recovery techniques. Now, what is this resource recovery technique? Because in circular economy, we rely on the raw materials that are coming from the other industries as a byproduct. So we should have technology for utilizing that particular byproduct. Here we can take the example of ethanol. You know very well that ethanol can be produced chemically as well, and when it is produced chemically, then it uses petrochemicals, and it depends on the carbon-based fuels. So, and a high amount of energy is also required for the formation of the synthetic ethanol. But here, if we use, you may have heard the term of the bioethanol. What is that bioethanol? In bioethanol, as a raw material, we are not using any petrochemical. We are using molasses from sugar industries, which is the byproduct of the sugar industry, and that is of no use. It is used by ethanol industries for the production of bioethanol, and this molasses is fermented to get the ethanol. So the such type of resource recovery technique should be developed in all the field, so that we can use the byproduct of other industries and let them prevent for going into the garbage. Another principle of circular economy is creating a collaborative system, collaborative ecosystem. Collaborative ecosystem of among government, businessmen, stakeholders, consumers, all they can collaborate for creating a sustainable ecosystem. Here, we will use the example of the old currency that has been generated after the demonetization. You must have heard about the demonetization that it has occurred in 2016, I think. So a huge amount of old currency was gathered at RBI. General practice of RBI is that when it collects the old currency, that is damaged currency, that it is shredded and then it is went for the landfills. But because huge amount was there, then RBI has contacted research institutes and they have asked projects from students for their innovative ideas for the recycling of this material. And they have provided the shredded brick. They have first converted the whole currency into the bricks after shredding. And these bricks were provided to the students. And a large number of innovative ideas were there. And by using those ideas, that was recycled, and most of its part has gone to the hardboard industries to convert this whole material into the hardboard. So such type of collaborative approach is required for recycling processes. Next is the next key principle is the technology's role in circular practices. So advancement in technology is required at every step of the recycling, because here we are not working on the virgin material. We are taking the byproducts. At first, we have to purify that particular byproduct of that particular industry. We have to go for sorting. And the sorting of material must be very, very advanced to maintain the quality of the material. And after the sorting, this material has should be used for the our manufacturing processes. So technology's role is also crucial in case of the circular economy. Now, what are the prime values of circular economy? First of all, eliminate waste and pollution. So circular economy, the concept of circular economy is to design out all harmful materials and processes so waste never appears in the first place. Second is the key products and materials in use to extend useful life via reuse, repair, refurbishment, remanufacture, and all these strategies are used to keep products and material as long as possible, and regenerate natural system, because nature, we have to shift towards the renewable inputs and restore ecosystem through these kinds of practices. Here I am showing you a diagram or of the climate take back diagram. This is devised by a company named Interface, and it relies on 4 L's, that is live, love, lead, and let. Live zero. That means our aim should be for the zero negative impact on the environment. Then love carbon. That means here carbon means the waste. We should stop seeking the waste as enemy, but it should be treated. If we used to treat the waste for manufacturing, then it will impact a zero carbon impact on the environment. Then lead the industrial re-revolution. we have to transform our industry into a force for the future we want, because we know that ultimately all the industries, all the companies have to shift ultimately towards the circular economy. So start transforming your business towards circular one. Then let nature cool. So we have to provide full support for to our biosphere's ability to regulate the climate. So we should not interfere with the nature, and we should let the nature cool. So this is very, very nice framing of the sustainability, that we should follow all four principles for a sustainable future. Second one is the effective waste management strategies in circular system. So what are the strategies? First of all, the design for the circularity. We have to choose materials in such a way that they are sustainable. We have to choose, or we have to create designs that are repairable, upgradable, and recyclable. As I have taken the example of fountain pen, in such a way the pen should be designed. And another one is you can take the examples of the straw. You know that in previous few years, the plastic straw were also imposing a threat, because they were also used in bulk, and they were also generating plastic waste. But nowadays, most of the companies have shifted, and they are providing the straws which are made up of the recycling type of waste, renewable, like paper or cardboard or wooden, such type of material is used to make the straw. So such type of designs should be generated, should be created, which favors the circular economy. Second is the extended producer responsibility, EPR, because ultimately the producers are responsible financially and operationally for end of life. That show they should invest in incentivizing longer life designs and take back systems. So we have seen in many of the cases, like in case of the electronic items, we have schemes such as exchange programs are there, exchange schemes are there for refrigerators, for television, for mobiles also. So such type of take back systems should be promoted, and longer life designs should be incentivized. Another one is collection and sorting system. We need improvement in separation at source, as well as we need the advanced sorting also. Source is what, for example, in household, we have two bins, one for dry garbage and one for wet garbage. But there should be one more container bin, and that should be for the hazardous material. We should have 3-bin system. In one, there should be wet waste, waste that can be on for the formation of manure or any kind of composting system. And another one is the dry waste. Dry waste can be further divided into 2 hazardous and non-hazardous waste. If we separate hazardous and non-hazardous waste, then the separation and sorting of the dry waste will be easier, because in many of the time, it is the human beings, those are segregating this dry waste. So they should not be exposed to any harmful material. So there should be a 3rd bin also that should contain the hazardous waste. And after collecting from their source, there is requirement wherever this garbage material is gone, then there should be advanced sorting systems, sorting technologies. That may be there may be optical sorters, sensor-based sorters, so that high quality recycling can be done. Next is about material recovery and advanced recycling. Mechanical recycling where possible, because it doesn't consume any energy. But when mechanical recycling is not possible, then chemical recycling or feedstock recovery may be there for the sorting of all the materials while maintaining the quality. Business models that avoid waste. We should use those type of business model rather than manufacturing. We should develop the models of leasing, product as service, refillable system, sharing platform that may reduce the material throughput. For example, in case of I have seen in US sometimes they somewhere on History Channel that there are machines like seed sowing machines, harvesting machines, and that are controlled by a cooperative system, cooperative society, from where the farmers can take on the rent these machines and they can use, because all the farmers cannot afford such huge machines. So if like government type system or cooperative type system is there, and they purchase all these kinds of machines for plowing the field, for sowing the seeds, for harvesting, for sorting, then it will be economic for the farmers. They can be provided to the farmers at minimal rent, and it will be economic and as well as convenient for them also. So such type of business models must be developed for every type of industries. Now the policies required for the circular economy. Extended, there must be a policy for EPR, that is extended producer responsibility, so that it will make manufacturers to pay for take back and recycling cost, so that ecologically sustainable designs may be developed by the producers. Eco design regulation, there must be set standards for repairability, durability, and recyclability. And here there is an European Union Circular Economy Plan action, which has standardized these kinds of steps, so that the quality can be maintained after the recycling also. Procurement rules. Public procurement that prioritizes reuse, recycled, or remanufactured goods create demand. That means all types of procurement, which are regarding the recyclable or which are reused, that should be given on priority. And landfills, incineration taxes or bans, the disposal should be make more expensive, so that manufacturer or producers will develop the eco-friendly models. Support for local circular business models. Local business models should also be promoted. They also be given tax benefits and all that, just like repair cafes, remanufacturing firms, refill systems. They should be promoted in local areas. Standards and traceability. To maintain the quality, all the recycling system material, all the raw material that has been recycled, or all the raw materials that has been taken out as a waste product from another industry, that should be given as kind of a stamp, just like the ISI mark, so that the quality can be maintained while producers are using that recycled material for their production. So such kind of system should be developed that can promote circular economy. So what are the technologies that are required for circular economy? First of all, designing tools. such kind of because we need advanced designing tools that can use recycled material, used material, byproducts. All these products can be used when we are having some tools, some designing tools, so that these can be efficiently converted into the newer goods. High quality sorting. For high quality sorting of the material, garbage material, we should use optical sorters, near infrared machines, X-ray machines, and AI vision, so that the complex waste can be segregated. Mechanical recycling, effective for many types of material like plastics, metals. When they are clean and well sorted, then we can go for the mechanical recycling also. Chemical recycling, just for example, by chemically we can break plastic into the monomers or fuels. So such kind of techniques may be developed, but taken into the consideration that it should use minimum amount of energy, and emissions should not, harmful emissions should not be there. If there are harmful emissions, they should be treated before releasing into the environment. Then repair and remanufacturing facilities for electronics, appliances, vehicles. There must be facilities at each level, city level, town level, so that the consumers may easily get these kinds of services of repairing and remanufacturing. Composting and anaerobic digestion for organics, all the biodegradable material can be converted into the manure and compost, so that it will add nutrients to the soil. Another one technology is material recovery from e-waste. Because e-waste, electronic items are having some precious metal also. So hydrometallurgical or bioleaching techniques can be used to reclaim the precious critical metals from the e-waste. Most importantly, system integration is required. That includes design, collection, processing, markets. Everything is important. It is not only the single, that is technology, that is required. All steps in collaborations are required for a successful circular economy. Economic and social benefits of this, material cost savings are there, because the businesses which were using initially the virgin materials that were highly costly, they can use the byproducts of another industries or the waste material, so that cost saving is there. And material saving is also there, because we are not now the resource intensive, we are now resource efficient. New jobs are created in repairing, remanufacturing, recycling, and logistics, and reduced greenhouse gas emissions, because we are not using newer material. So there, because in the extraction of newer material, more energy is required and more greenhouse emissions is there. Less pollution and landfill use. So we are ultimately, through the circular economy, we are reducing the garbage that is intended to be dumped into the landfills. Now the challenges: product complexity and mixed material. That is the very big challenge. As I have told you, in case of the ballpoint pen, this material, this product is highly complex. So it is very, very difficult to separate all the parts of the ballpoint pen and send to them for the separate recycling process. The same thing happens in case of multi-layer packaging or the Tetra packs, which come, all the layers are of different material. Some metal foil is there, some insulating material is there, some cardboard is there, and that too is coated by polythene or film. So all these layers are required to be separated, and then they can be recycled. So the much the product is complex. Its recycling is not only difficult, not only complicated, but is labor intensive and costly also. So this is the great challenge, that products are generally complex in nature. They are made up of mixed type of materials. Next one is the economic gap. Virgin materials can still be cheaper due to low environmental cost of extraction, because at one hand we have to extract the newer material from the nature. That is a sad phenomena which we were using from past few decades, but now we have to use recycled material. So the cost is there in the separation or sorting or logistics and all that, and then we will be able to get that recyclable material. So in some cases that recycled material is costlier as compared to the virgin one. The scale and logistics, collecting, sorting, transporting, that is used for products, it is sometimes economically over large graphics is hard. Quality of recycled material, that is of big concern. That what is the quality of recycled material? As I have told you earlier, that there should be a stamp like ISI mark type stamp on the quality, so that we can ensure the quality of recycled material, because sometimes contaminants are there in the raw material, and that contaminants reduce the value and application of that particular material. Next is e-waste growth outpacing systems. Formal recycling infrastructure lags behind, especially in low and middle income countries. So far, e-waste recycling, the system has not been developed in till now in the low and middle income countries. Now the behavioral hurdles, consumers and businesses needs incentives and convenience to repair, return and choose reuse option. So it is up to us that we should or we should opt for the recycled material, because when we are going something good, or government wants us to do something good, we need incentive. That tendency should not be there. Addressing these requires policy, market development and investment. Now we will discuss some of the very impressive and influencing stories, successful stories. First one is of the Interface Incorporation. That is a modular carpet manufacturing company. And this company has shifted its business model to embrace circular economy approach. And it take back used carpet tiles. As a raw material, what it uses take back carpet tiles. जो already used carpet tiles हैं, these are take back in exchange programs by the company, and using recycled or bio-based materials and redesigning products for lower impact. So it's the company has the mission zero. Its goal aims to eliminate any negative environmental impact due to that particular company. They claim that they have diverted over 350 million pounds of carpet from landfills since the mid-1990s. Use of recycled or bio-based materials is substantially increasing annually on annual basis, and over 60% of their material is now recycled or bio-based. So this particular company, this data, it demonstrates how a manufacturer of durable goods, flooring, can embed circularity and produce product take back, feedstock substitution, and design for reuse. It shows that older capital-intensive industry can transform. Need for end-of-life product take back and reclamation infrastructure, it can be developed in any kind of industry. Material innovation and redesigning is critical It may take several years, but incremental gains add up. And this diagram, I have already told you that this particular 4L concept is given by this company interface, that is zero, live zero, that means zero impact, negative impact we have to for the waste, and we have to use waste. It means we have to transform our company from traditional to the circular one, and then we have to let nature to do its role. Another company is TerraCycle, that focuses on the hard to recycle materials. Hard to recycle materials means that snack wrappers, coffee capsules, multi-layer packaging. What they do, they take back and collect, and they repurpose them, or they send them to the manufacturers for reusing them. Because what happens in case of few type of packaging materials, so like snack wrappers, you know, like small shampoo pouches. We should avoid these kinds of product for purchasing, because these are very hard to recycle, because these are very hard to collect also, because they are very small enough to be collected. Ultimately, these go for in the landfills and are converted into the microplastics. And so such kind of what is their model, that they have collaborated with different business brands, retailers, schools, and municipalities to divert waste from landfill or incineration. So you can see here in this one picture, there are a number of bins are there. 4, 5, 6 bins are there, and all these 6 bins are kept in different kinds of places like schools and municipalities, so that every type of waste can be segregated at its source very well. If you will, I will enlarge this picture. You can see that it has the separate bin for bottle lids. It has separate bin for ballpoint pens. So such type of bins are there, different bins are there, so that the material get segregated at its source itself. So such kind of when they collect this material, they direct this material to the recyclers, to the remanufacturer, which can use these recycled products. So they tackle one of the toughest issue in waste management, that means the materials that are complex, low value. Because when we talk about the snack wrappers, and if any company wants to collect a snack wrapper, what will it get? That company will get, because it is of no value itself. But so very low value product which are not simply handled by mainstream recycling, that type of material the company uses, and it has transformed its whole system. It shows that circular economy is not just about easy recyclable material, but also the challenging ones. And business model and value chain innovation matters. That means collection, aggregation, logistic, brand partnership, all these are very required. So a perfect collaboration with different stakeholders is required to develop your model into the successful one. Even small material flow can add up if scalable. So small material like snack chips, wrappers can also be scalable. It requires broad stakeholder collaboration. So such type of collaborative effort is required for making the circular economy successful. Another company is Unilever, and that is a company in Southeast Asia, and that is a packaging company and waste collection company. and it collects the plastic waste and integrate recycling and collection infrastructure. In Indonesia, a pilot collected approximately 152 metric tons of plastic waste against a target of 150 ton. So such type of work they are doing, that they are collecting the garbage waste collection, and they are committed to make their packaging recyclable, reusable, compostable, and to improve collection system. So they have two kinds of business. One is packaging, in which they are committed that they won't use any kind of non-degradable material. They will use only recyclable, reusable, compostable material. And another is their waste collection system, and they are using such an efficient system that they have exceeded their target in the plastic collection. These kind of programs help to close the loop between packaging producers and waste collection processing system in regions. It demonstrates how large consumer goods companies can extend circular economy thinking into emerging market beyond developed country recycling system. It highlights the importance of collection. Without waste collection infrastructure, even recyclable packaging sits unused. Setting measurable targets also help, and partnership with local organization, waste banks, community network are very, very crucial. So such type of work is being performed by the Unilever in the field of packaging and waste collection in a sustainable way. Next is the company of Indian origin, that is Recycle India, that provides a digital platform in India that connects the waste generators like brands, businesses with recyclers, aggregators, and service providers. So they are acting as a bridge between these two waste generators. They are collecting the waste from the brands, businesses, and they are providing this waste to the recyclers. They have channeled over 1 million metric tons of waste and prevented 12 billion plastic bottles, 100,000 tons of metal, 90,000 tons of paper and e-waste from going to landfills. It shows that how digital tools and marketplaces can enable circular economy at scale in emerging market. So it highlights the material flows in India, because India is a country where huge amount of waste is generated, and it contributes, I think, at second and third place in the field of the waste generation. So such kind of technology may help India and may do systematic work in the recycling and the collection of waste. So this kind of technology, digital technology and data platform, they can improve matching of supply to the demand and improve transparency. Because when we are using a digital system, then the matching can be done more efficiently with the supply and demand. What type of companies are requiring this type of material, and which type of companies are generating that particular waste material. So such kind of matching can be efficiently performed at digital platform. And then it's important to track material flows and set quantifiable metrics because of using the digital platform. And scalability is also possible because India is huge waste volume generator, which presents opportunity as well as challenge. Another successful case is of Global Action for Environmental Awareness, that is GAEA, that is based in Cambodia. GAEA is based in Cambodia and has operated since 2007. It is improving municipal waste collection and material recovery. They operate they operate a glass to sand recycling project. Because why only glass to sand? Because in the region they are situated, there is the huge amount of waste generation is of glass. Glass bottles are there, which need to be recycled. So they have only based on a single product recycling, that glass to sand recycling. So it demonstrates that material specific innovation, glass to sand, in a region where traditional recycling infrastructure is weak, we can do based on the local demand, and that business can also be successful. It shows how circular economy practices can be adapted into the local context where waste exists locally. What value can be derived? That means in local context, what matters? They have find out solution to the local problem. Solution need to match the material streams, local markets, and infrastructure. Innovation doesn't always means high technology. Sometimes simple conversion of waste into the another usable material can also yield value. They are simply converting the glass into the sand. So no high throughput technology is required, but they are solving the local problem. They are working efficiently at local level, solving the local people problems. City or municipal level interventions are also foundational for the collection of waste and diversion to the company. Now there are some recommendations, practical recommendations for policymakers. We should have a policy to implement or strengthen EPR schemes so that the extendable producer responsibility there, so that rewards durability and repairability, so that the producers make such type of product which are repairable, which are durable, and they are long lasting, and they will not go easily into the landfills. Set eco-design standards with clear repairability and recyclability targets. So the policymakers has to set some standards for repairability and recyclability. They should use procurement to create demand for circular products and services. So the such type of procurement should be fulfilled easily. All the procurements which demand for recycled material, reusable material, they should be given the priority. Investment in collection and sorting infrastructure should also be there, especially for informal sectors. Because we all know that there are some informal sectors also which are not registered at all, but they do work at their own level for the collection and sorting of the this raw garbage. Now there are some recommendations for business. Move from selling products to offering services wherever feasible. Mostly business should rely on not on for the selling products, but they should offer the services. The on lease, on rent, on subscription models should be there where feasible. Audit product life cycles and redesign for modularity and material choice. Regular audit should be there for the designs, whatever design has been created and whatever the material has been chosen, it all has approved through proper audit. Investment in take-back schemes and build relationship with remanufacturers and recyclers so that the net zero garbage generation can be achieved. Join material sharing platforms or industrial symbiosis network to find secondary uses. So if two industries are having the same types of demands, same type of service, same types of machines, so they can be shared. Such type of business model can also work. Now some practical recommendations for citizens. Choose repair and reuse over replace. wherever practical, because nowadays our mindset has been become that whenever any article is not working, any electronic item, any appliance is not working, instead of getting repaired, we generally dispose it and we purchase the new one. So we should stop this habit, and we should use every item, every appliance as much as possible, as long as possible, and support refillable and bulk purchasing options. Such type of material should be purchased that are refillable. Separate waste at source to improve recycling quality. Before disposing any material, we have to sort all this material properly before giving it to the garbage collectors. Advocate for circular policies at local level. Like, we should promote repair cafes, refill station, and deposit return schemes. Now, how we will measure the progress of the our circular economy, whether it is a functioning model or not, whether it is a true sense of circular economy or not. So how we will measure? So there are some indicators. By using that, we can measure whether the model is working or not. That tons of waste, number of tons of waste generated per capita, and proportion avoided through reuse and repair. So we should have a data how much waste has been generated in our company and how much has been avoided through reuse and repair. When we have used the principles or the strategies of circular economy, we have we have opted for the reuse and repair, that how much waste we have generated, we have avoided. Recycling and recovery rates by material. What is the recycling rate? What is the recovery rate of any type of material like plastic? How many times it can be recycled? How many times it can be recovered? And how efficiently, how easily it can be recovered from the our garbage. Any type of product, when we are making any type of product, so from that product, the separation of materials, how convenient is it? Next is secondary material price and market demand. Whatever the material we are producing, secondary material we are producing, what is its price and what is its demand in market. So we have to go for maintaining that data also. Number of circular business models and jobs in reuse and remanufacturing. How much jobs has been created when we are using this circular economy, and how many number of business models, circular business models, have been developed in a particular state or in a particular country. Reliable tracking enables targeted policy and investment. There should be reliable tracking of the policies and investment. How much investment has done, which policy we have implemented, and what is its output. It should be maintained at company level. Now come to the conclusion. We have to develop system, we have to rely on system, not just on the technologies. Circular economy and waste management are two sides of the same coin. Effective circular transition combine upstream design, business model change with downstream collection and processing. The data, that is rising volumes of municipal waste, electronic waste, and modest recycling rates for key materials, all this make clear that continuing business as usual is not sustainable at all. Both concrete pathways exist: policy instruments, corporate commitments, technological advances in sorting and material recovery, and all these things should be done in collaboration to make the model of circular economy successful. So this is all about the circular economy from my side. Now, if any questions are there, please feel free.
So any participant wish to ask any question, the floor is open. I think no questions are there to be asked. And therefore, we call it a day now. We will meet again tomorrow at 6 p.m. For the next expert sessions. If any question is there, anybody can ask. So, Gajanan sir, shall we conclude now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, thank you all participants for your active participation and listening patiently to the experts. Today's session certainly by Professor Narendra Bhojak and Professor Dipali Gupta has been very insightful and knowledgeable for us to better understand what are the techniques which are being used in green economy and what is circular economy. So thank you very much for actively participating. We will meet again tomorrow at 6 p.m. Thank you so much for your participation.
Thank you, sir. Feedback form already, link of feedback form already shared in the group. So please fill the feedback form and attendance. As per AICT guideline, 80% attendance should be required to issue the certificate. So please, all the participants, fill the feedback form. Thank you, sir. Thank you. So.